All right, baseball fans, welcome to Monday Night Baseball. Dr. D in the house. Ready to give you those pack drops here on this Monday edition. Hope you guys are doing well. It looks like it's been a good week for Lowry. Good start to the week. PT Live winner, weekly prize. Awesome. Surprise, to say the least. Mitch Garver, your new favorite player. I think Mitch Garver gave me a grand slam in my PT Live. That is awesome. I am admittedly a little bit under the weather. Got a little sinus thing going on. I don't know if it's an ear infection or what, but we're going to power through. See best we can that we can get this to this. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a new voice for Out of the Park through illness. So yeah, that's basically the story today, guys. And boy, what an eventful weekend it was in Out of the Park. My goodness. PTCS championships being crowned on Sunday. And then, of course, a big spot interview. Did not see that one coming. Live interview earlier today. Hopefully you were able to get some drops here on our channel as well. As Rich Grisham was able to get a surprise appearance by a Major League Baseball player, which is always cool. I don't want to spoil it. If you want to check that out on VOD, please do so. Don't want to give you any more spoilers than that, but go ahead and check that out and watch it in its entirety. All right, so you're probably wondering, what's that sound going on in the background? What do we got going on? Yeah, we got a baseball game today, folks. Let's go ahead and show you what this is all about. There it is. New title sponsor for this week. It's Cito. Cito decided on this matchup over at my community, Dr. Dynastic. Cito came up with a matchup we're about to see and decided that the name of this matchup would be Miss October. Miss October. Now, that could be a lot of things, though they're probably not what you think. Not what you think. And there's an updated look at our gold sponsors on our Dr. Dynastic community. Guys, thank you so much for all those subscriptions. Always want to pay you back by putting your name up on the ticker at the very bottom of the screen to get you a little love. If you'd like to join that, go ahead and give us a follow. That will update the scoreboard out in center field that you're looking at right now. So thank you guys very much for all of that support. And we always have a bunch of affiliate streamers in chat. So as we see them, we'll be sure to highlight them as well. You want to follow as many of these fine folks as you can so you can get those pack drops throughout the week, especially when the Out of the Park Developments channel is not going like we are tonight. We do broadcast every Monday at 4 p.m. Pacific time. And we stick to that schedule as best we can. Speaking of which, let's take a look at the rundown for today. What we have planned for today. Pretty simple. We've got Monday Night Baseball, Miss October. There's Nersha Banco. Nersha is one of our fantastic affiliate streamers. Go ahead and please give Nersha a follow. So our rundown today is we've got Miss October. Explaining that momentarily. We'll also be doing a little PT Live. We'll look at the updated standings, and we'll be looking to see how we can put together a roster ourselves, a lineup that could score some points tomorrow. Maybe you can learn from that or help us. Either way, it's a two-way street. We love to get the help. We love to give it. We'll also be doing some pack rips, though I will say I had close to, I think, 150 or 200 packs, and I binged them. And I opened them all on Friday. And now we're back to square one, which is just like most people. How do you rip? I'd like to know. Are you a hoarder? Do you binge? Do you have some sort of system? What do you do on your pack rips? And last but not least, we will be doing a little Homer hindsight, time permitting. Homer hindsight here today. So that's the schedule today for us. And as always, the schedule for Out of the Park Developments on your screen right now. Here is a look at the schedule for Out of the Park Developments channel. All right. GT says, as soon as I get him, no self-control. Save up 10 to 12. Pretty proud of myself if you get up to a dozen. All right. And I don't know if there's any way that's more lucky or less lucky than the other way. Who trying to ball? Most I ever saved was 90-something. Usually rip them immediately. Breedov says, I open every morning except on Wednesday. Leo, keeping packs until Thursday. So those are some of the strategies. Please keep them coming. Tell myself my pack luck is better if I open them just after midnight. Well, maybe it's like a Mogwai or something like that. Maybe they turn into monster cards right after midnight if you feed them just right. Okay, let's go ahead and start this up. Boy, I think we'll just treat it like a broadcast. So let's get to it. Let's roll the open, and then we're going to play Out of the Park Monday Night Baseball. First pitch coming in at 4:40 p.m. for the World Series. Max Scherzer on the bump. Dynastic matchup between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Atlanta Braves. A packed house here at Yankee Stadium, the cathedral of baseball. And here we go. First pitch to Otis. Otis with a fly to center. Otis Nixon delivers. Snow on the 1-2, going the other way. High fly ball, deep left field, and gone! And he shoots one to center. Diving catch out in center by Combs. Looks in for the sign. Here's the 2-2. Fly ball, right field at the track, at the wall, and gone! 3-1 count. Babe will swing at that offering. Deep center field. This one's got a chance, and it is gone! Babe Ruth. 515 feet out of the yard. Are you kidding me? I have never seen a ball go that far. Count is 2 balls, 2 strikes. Croc goes the other way. Base hit. Stocker comes in to score. Another run comes in, and Dykstra scores. Phillies take the lead here in the 9th. They're up 5-3. If you look on the field right there, my mouse is over Jeremy Affeldt. He was jumping up and down on the first base line. Jeremy Affeldt, World Series champion in San Francisco. That is a walk-off. Otis Nixon delivering in the bottom of the 9th, lifting the Braves to the 7-5 victory on Monday Night Baseball. All right, baseball fans, here on the Out of the Park Developments channel, our game tonight is Miss October. 2 teams that won 100 games each and missed October, the postseason. Cito bringing us this matchup here today from the Dr. Dynastic channel. Cito wanted to see the last 2 100-win teams not to make the postseason. Of course, now with the expanded playoff system, wild cards, expanded divisions, all of that, you ever win 100 games again, we'll never see something like this. So 2 teams that each won 100 games and missed October, hence the name Miss October. And Cito 00 is our title sponsor tonight for this one at Memorial Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, between the 1980 Baltimore Orioles and the 1993 San Francisco Giants. The O's back in 1980 fell just short of the New York Yankees in the American League East. They wound up finishing just behind, 3 games behind the New York Yankees that year. Despite 100 wins, the Yankees went to the postseason. The Orioles of 1980 did not, despite, of course, going all the way the year before in 1979. Well, misery loves company. They certainly know it. The San Francisco Giants in 1993 won 103 games and finished second to the Atlanta Braves in the National League West. The Braves went on to the postseason. The Giants missed October. So here we go. 2 100-win teams going head-to-head in the Battle of Miss October. This is the pregame show. It's brought to you by Cubs fan 23 Steve. And let's take a look at what the game time temperature will look like today. That is brought to you by Lost Duck TW. If it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's probably a Lost Duck TW. Game time temperature 52 degrees, clear skies. Wind is blowing in from right field in Baltimore at 9 miles an hour. All right, let's take a look now at your starting lineups in this one. We'll start with the visiting San Francisco Giants. The Giants batting order here in the top of the first. Darren Lewis, the young center fielder, will bat leadoff. He'll be followed by the thrill, Will Clark, batting second. Matt Williams batting third. The new Giant from Pittsburgh, coming over from the Pirates via free agency, Barry Bonds, is batting cleanup. Robbie Thompson, the 5-hitter in the order. Willie McGee batting sixth, followed by Dave Martinez, finally seeing some playing time. Often a fourth outfielder in his major league career, Martinez will bat seventh. Royce Clayton, the up-and-coming shortstop, batting eighth. And the catcher, Kurt Manwaring, will bat ninth. Defensively for the 1980 Baltimore Orioles, Gary Renicky is in left. Al Bumbry, the center fielder, and Ken Singleton patrolling right field. On the infield, Doug DeCinces is the starting third baseman. Mark Belanger is at short. Rich Dower is holding down second base here tonight. And at first base, the Gold Glover, Eddie Murray. Switch hitting power hitter Eddie Murray at first. And the catcher here tonight, the veteran Rick Dempsey. Rick Dempsey will have the catching duties here for one of the several 20-game winners on the Baltimore Orioles staff. But Earl Weaver, the manager, is turning to Scott McGregor here in this one. McGregor, a 20-game winner in 1980. He will get the start here tonight. This has been the pregame show brought to you by Cubs fan 23 Steve. And those starting lineups brought to you by Hertz Donut, the best in Cedar Falls, Iowa. Next time you're in Cedar Falls, you might just find really vanilla gorilla at Hertz Donut. Open 25/8 on a Hertz Donut. And that brings us to our first pitch here tonight. And a perfect night, October night. Long-awaited October night, if I do say so myself, for both of these teams, the 1993 Giants and the 1980 Baltimore Orioles. First pitch tonight being brought to you by Chess Safari. It ain't checkers, it's chess. Chess Safari, as the Giants will bat first here in the top of the first inning. Ground ball, shortstop. Easy play there by Belanger. 6-3 on the scorecard, and we're underway. All right, that'll bring up Will the Thrill Clark. Clark batting second here in the order here tonight. Number 2 overall choice out of Mississippi State. Clark in the 1993 season, a little bit of a dip in the batting average, 283 average. Power numbers down significantly, 14 home runs, 73 RBI, as he has certainly passed the mantle of the heart of the order over to his new teammate, Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds waiting in the, in the hole. He is not quite on deck. Matt Williams is on deck. All right, here's the pitch to Clark. First pitch, little broken bat, and McGregor fields it cleanly as Clark is retired quickly, 2 down. And now here's Matt Williams, number 3 overall pick out of UNLV back in 1986. Matt Williams, all-star for the Giants in 1990, Gold Glove winner in 1991, and then a second Gold Glove as he patrolling the third base position, the hot corner for the San Francisco Giants. Matt Williams, monster year for him, 294 average, 38 home runs, 110 runs batted in. 2-1 from McGregor as he flies this to center. And underneath it is Al Bumbry as the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down, heading to the bottom of 1 in the battle of Miss October. All right, welcome back to Memorial Stadium. The Orioles batting here in the bottom of the first inning, the home half of the first. I want to remind you that this will be a best-of-3 series. We'll treat it like a championship. We'll be giving it the championship treatment here tonight on the Out of the Park Developments channel. But if you would like to see the continuation of a best-of-3 series, you'll be able to watch that over on my channel starting tomorrow at noon Pacific, something like that. Tomorrow. All right, so it'll be Bunbury, Dower, Singleton, Murray, Crowley, the DH, batting 5th, Renicky, the left fielder, batting 6th, followed by DeCinces, Dempsey, and Belanger batting 9th. Defensively for the San Francisco Giants, runners up in the 1993 National League West season, much to the chagrin of Ezra Denny. Barry Bonds in left, Darren Lewis in center, and the right fielder is Dave Martinez. On the infield, around the horn we go. Williams, Clayton, Thompson, Clark, and Manwaring. Look at all those Gold Glovers on the infield, at third, at second, at first, and behind the dish. And it's the ace for the squad, the 21-game winner, Mr. Ground Ball Out himself, Billy Swift. Billy Swift with a 2.82 ERA, his first full season as a starter. He started to make that transition from reliever to starter in the 1992 season, and now he's the full-time starter and ace for the San Francisco Giants. Boy, he just loves to beat that ball into the ground, and he will need to do that with some power hitters in this Oriole lineup. Al Bunbury leading off. First-time All-Star in this 1980 season, representing the Baltimore Orioles, one of 2 O's to play in the All-Star game in 1980. The other one, do you know? Give you a hint, he won 25 games for the O's in 1980. Al Bunbury leading things off against Billy Swift. Swift will work from the windup here on the 2-0. Ground ball, second base. Robbie Thompson is there. The throw to first is in time, and Bunbury is retired. 1 up, 1 down. That'll bring up Rich Dower. All-American third baseman at USC. Helped the Trojans win 2 championships, 2 College World Series titles in 1973 and 74. So some guesses already coming on who won 25 games for the Baltimore Orioles in 1980. Couple good guesses. McGregor, not Palmer. Those are 2. Who would have won 25 games for the O's and went to the All-Star game in 1980? Rich Dower at the plate, up against Billy Swift. There's another ground ball. Back-to-back ground ball outs to start this first inning. Well, Billy Swift keeping to the playbook, getting them to ground into outs. Ken Singleton, former number 3 overall pick by the New York Mets in 1967. Blue Tester, you are correct. Steve Stone. Steve Stone, 25-game winner in 1980 for these Orioles. Full count pitch is outside for ball 4. So Swift surrenders a 2-out walk. Boy, that could be dangerous because that brings up Eddie Murray. Eddie Murray, 300 hitter during the 1980 season. 32 home runs, 116 runs driven in. Power hitting, switch hitting, run driving in machine. Eddie Murray. He'll bat from the left side against the righty, Bill Swift. Swift working from the stretch for the first time. High fly ball, deep left center field. It's got a chance and it's gone! Eddie Murray with a shot out to left center. And the O's strike first. Eddie Murray has the O's on the board quickly, 2-0. Take another look at this one, folks. Oppo Taco being brought to you by Underdog 44. When you need a little pick-me-up, try the Oppo Taco when your game needs a little Olay. 412 feet out to left center field. Just like that, the O's are in business. All right, so 2 runs come in on the Eddie Murray home run, and we had talked about that, how dangerous that walk was to Ken Singleton. Because if you're able to get that out, well, Eddie Murray is coming up with the bases empty in the next inning. Instead, Murray takes advantage, a 2-run home run out to left center. Terry Crowley is now at the plate, the DH. Terry Crowley, first ever designated hitter for the Baltimore Orioles. When that rule went into effect in 1973, a new career was born for Terry Crowley. Terry Crowley, first designated hitter in Baltimore Oriole history. First pitch to Crowley. He lines a base hit into center. Squared up on that one and got a 2-out single. Crowley on first for Gary Renicky. Renicky, we see some chatter about the Montreal Expos. There is a little bit of a pipeline between Montreal and Baltimore and vice versa. Renicky drafted number 8 overall by the Montreal Expos back in 1973. Acquired along with Don Stanhouse and Joe Kerrigan by the O's from the Expos in exchange for Rudy May, Fred Smith, and Randy Miller. This was back in 1977 during the winter meetings of 77. Gary Renicky at the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fly ball, center field, and that will do it as Lewis camps underneath it for out number 3. But the O's are on the board on a 2-run homer by Eddie Murray. 2-0 Baltimore at the end of 1. Well, the San Francisco Giants in a little bit of a hole as we welcome you back here to Baltimore. But I tell you what, the great equalizer is about to step up to the plate. Barry Lamar Bonds. Bonds, free agent acquisition by the Giants from the Pittsburgh Pirates. Signing for a massive record deal. 6 years, $43.75 million back in 1993 to leave Pittsburgh for San Francisco, the place where, of course, his father, Bobby, played professional baseball. Barry Bonds at the plate against Scott McGregor. First pitch to Barry. Barry grounds weakly to second. He's going to leg this one out, though. Now, Bonds, of course, making a splash in his first season with the Giants. With those 46 home runs, a new career high for him. But don't forget about that speed, folks. 29 stolen bases his first season with the Giants. Very nearly had yet another 30-30 season. He had the rare 30-50, if you will, back in 1990. MVP season with the Pittsburgh Pirates. And then had a near 30-40 his last season in Pittsburgh in 92. He had 34 homers and 39 stolen bases. So Barry Bonds able to leg that one out for an infield single. Bonds on first for Robbie Thompson. Thompson going the other way. Fly ball right field. The wind blowing in. Singleton makes the catch. Bonds remains on first. And that brings up the former National League MVP, Willie McGee, 4-time All-Star in St. Louis with the Cardinals. Part of Whitey Ball under Whitey Herzog. Boy, they could run the ball there. They could get tons of extra bases. I want to direct your attention to some of those stats, specifically during that MVP season of 1985. 353 batting average. And Willie McGee that year leading the National League in base hits, with 216 and a preposterous 18 triples as well, on his way to MVP honors. McGee up against Scott McGregor. 2-2 pitch. McGee grounds to third. The only play will be to first. McGee is retired. Bonds to second. 2 down. And now it's Dave Martinez, an outfielder just looking for a spot. Drafted by the Cubs, traded to Montreal for Mitch Webster. That was back in 1988. But of course, when he landed in Montreal, well, Dave Martinez didn't exactly have a starting outfield position. They already had Otis Nixon, Marquise Grissom, and a guy by the name of Larry Walker. So with a glut of outfielders, the Expos eventually trade Dave Martinez to the Reds, to Cincinnati for John Wetland. That was after the 1991 season. But again, Martinez, playing the numbers game, found himself stuck behind another standout outfielder, this time Reggie Sanders. So Dave Martinez has finally found some at-bats and opportunity to play for the San Francisco Giants. Martinez at the plate. First pitch, ground ball right side. And that'll do it. Dower goes to first. The side retired. The Giants strand Bonds at second, heading to the bottom of the second inning. All right, catching up on chat very quickly. Player unknown, absolutely. If you know, you know. Hope I'm not breaking any rules by showing player unknown on stream. And then definitely remember Willie McGee for your A's-Giants combo. Don't forget also with the St. Louis Cardinals, of course, we're talking about Willie McGee. And there's the interesting one. Everybody will forget it, myself included, that Willie also played for the Boston Red Sox. Boston Red Sox in 1995. Hey, Beetle Boy. There's nobody who's more excited about a call to the bullpen today than Beetle Boy 911. Bottom of the order for the O's as we begin the bottom of the second. DeCinces, Dempsey, and Belanger, excuse me. Doug DeCinces will lead off. So DeCinces, your leadoff man. Of course, Doug DeCinces, you look at his major league career when he started playing for the Orioles and what position he plays. Yes, Doug DeCinces, the very unenviable task of taking over for the legendary Brooks Robinson. After Brooks called it a career, the lifelong Baltimore Oriole, hung up the spikes after the 1977 season, Doug DeCinces took over as the everyday third baseman. And really just an unfair position to be in as a major leaguer, young third baseman in his career, oftentimes booed in Baltimore. Who could ever fill the shoes? A void left by the great Brooks Robinson at third. Doug DeCinces up against Bill Swift. Liner to left. And Bonds gets in front of it, but it's a base hit. DeCinces with the leadoff single. Third hit for the O's, who already lead it 2-0. And now it's Rick Dempsey. You talk about guys with big shoes to fill, and Rick Dempsey actually at one point in his career had to play behind the great Thurman Munson in New York for the Yankees. And another one, how about Royce Clayton at short, as Ezra mentioned. Jose Uribe walking by free agency. His contract had expired, and the Giants turned things over after losing fan favorite Jose Uribe at short. Royce Clayton taking over at short. First pitch to Dempsey, grounds to third. Williams throws to second. They'll get the double play. 5, 4, 3 on your scorecard. So the Giants roll up to Our first double play of the ball game. Have another look here, folks. Double play is being brought to you by Dono 43 333. That brings up Mark Belanger. Belanger in the twilight of his career, 36 years old. Batting from the right side against Billy Swift. First pitch to Belanger, fly ball to left. Barry is underneath it. Bonds makes the catch for out number 3. After 2 innings, the O's are on top, 2-0. All right, let's go ahead and roll a break. We'll be right back.
24 years of excellence have all led to this. Out of the Park Baseball 24 is the definitive award-winning MLB strategy game. Play what the pros play. Out of the Park Baseball 24 takes baseball strategy to the next level like never before. All new on-screen analytics to power your decision-making, giving you a comprehensive view of the field. Dive deeper into the action with new 3D animations and visual improvements that bring the game to life. The most detailed GM mode in sports games keeps raising the realness bar. The most authentic experience ever. And Perfect Team swings back with a whole new experience. The incredible long-running baseball strategy series never stops hustling to be the best. Turn your team into a dynasty. Win the World Series. Out of the Park Baseball 24, the Infinite Baseball Sandbox. Available March 2023.
All right, folks. Again, you can check out that code at the bottom of your screen if you like, and you can go ahead and use that link and the promo code right there. That will get you 10% off. Sounds like we got some madness going on in the NLDS. Wheeler maybe going with a no-no. Don't know how deep he is into that ball game. All right, and there we go. Well, since we don't have an out of town scoreboard today, to say this, how about this? An update right now through Dukeston. 4th inning, 8 Ks for Zach Wheeler against the Bravos. Out of town scoreboard tonight brought to you by Danny D. Smith Jr. And Beetle Boy talking about, yes, 44 Magnum himself, the great Eric Davis. Still one of my favorite baseball posters of all time. Anybody else do the baseball posters when they were young? I had the Bash Brothers with Canseco and McGuire. There was the Pacific Sock Exchange with Kevin Mitchell and Will Clark. And my personal favorite was Eric Davis 44 Magnum. That was a good one. We welcome you back now to Memorial Stadium, the venerable home of the Baltimore Orioles, who find themselves up 2-0. Giants, though, can score in a hurry. Of course, we saw that to the tune of the 103 wins they had in the regular season as their offense got an injection of power from Barry Bonds, a 2-time National League MVP. with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Royce Clayton were towards the bottom portion of the order, 8, 9, and 1. Clayton, Manwaring, then back to the top of the Giants order as they trail 2-0 against Scott McGregor. McGregor, career high, 20 wins in the 1980 season, 3.32 ERA. He did strike out 119 batters in 252 innings. Scott McGregor, left-hander, staked to a 2-0 lead against Royce Clayton. Clayton, number 15 overall pick out of St. Bernard High School in Playa del Rey, California, drafted by the Giants in the first round in 1988. Sharp ground ball to short. Easy play by Belanger. A longtime mainstay at short, Mark Belanger. We'll be talking about him the next time he's up, but Belanger, can't imagine any other player manning the shortstop position for the Baltimore Orioles. Just no names come to mind in the farm system. Anybody who could possibly take over for Belanger at short. Kurt Manwaring on the 2-2. Manwaring lifts a lazy fly ball to left. Can of corn by Renicky as he'll make the catch. And that'll bring up Darren Lewis as we get back to the top of the Giants order. Boy, this guy is Bay Area through and through. Born in Berkeley, went to Moreau High School in Hayward, California. Then went to UC Berkeley, where he was born. Drafted by the Oakland Athletics in 1988. And then the one time he left the East Bay, well, he was still in the Bay Area. Wound up getting traded to the San Francisco Giants for Ernie Riles. Aaron Lewis, 2-2 pitch to D. Lou as he grounds out to the right side. And that's the end of the inning. Heading to the bottom of the third inning. Baltimore still on top, 2-0. Back to the top of the order for the O's. Bunbury, Dower, and Singleton. Al Bunbury, a Rookie of the Year in 1973. Fantastic first season in the bigs for Al Bunbury. .337 average. And led the American League in triples with 11. 3 of those triples for Al Bunbury came in one game, setting an American League record and a Major League record. Tied the record. 3 triples in one game. Came against Milwaukee in his rookie season. Al Bunbury on the 0-1. Bunbury grounds to Will Clark, and the pitcher Swift is very swift getting over to the bag. And quickly there's one down. Now it's Rich Dower. Dower up against the ground ball guy who puts one up in the air. High fly ball, deep left field, gone. Oh, strike again. Dower has the Giants in a very dour mood. It's 3-0 Orioles. My goodness, did he give that one a ride. Fire up our first replay. In need of some baseball, you can always count on Minerva 93-98. And you can count on Dower getting out of the yard. 408 feet. It's 3-0 Baltimore. So 2 home runs for the O's through 3 innings. Out to a 3-0 lead. Bill Swift, so good at inducing ground balls, but twice now he's hung one up. Where first it was Murray, and now it's Dower able to jet one out of the ballpark. Ken Singleton's turn now through the turnstiles. All-star. in 1977 and then again in 1979 after coming over from Montreal. Full count pitch. Here's the 3-2. Grounder to Clark at first. He'll take this unassisted. 2 down. Now it's a switch hitter, Eddie Murray, who already has a 2-run home run in this one. First pitch on the way to Murray. Murray flies this one to left. This one will stay in the yard. Bonds is underneath it for out number 3. O's get another run, and in the battle for Miss October, Baltimore leads it 3-0. Ezra Denny making a reference perhaps to Dave Burba and his propensity for giving up some long bombs. Ezra Denny, our resident San Francisco Giants expert and one of our fantastic affiliate streamers. Check him out for Out of the Park After Dark, our late night affiliate streamer. Top of 4 in Baltimore, the Giants trailing the Orioles 3-0. Will Clark, down year for him. 1993 season did not include an All-Star appearance. This after 5 straight All-Star campaigns. Will the Thrill Clark, an All-Star from 1988 to 1992. No All-Star game this year. Many would say, though Clark probably would not admit it publicly, probably has to do with the litany of injuries. He has not been able to stay healthy as of late. He really has not looked the same. I have to wonder if this might be the last time we see Will Clark in a San Francisco Giants uniform. Clark works the count full. 3-2 from McGregor as he lifts a high fly ball deep left field, and this one will fall for a base hit. Nice job by the left fielder to get in front of it, Renicky, but his throw to second not in time. Clark has a leadoff double. Nice piece of hitting there by Clark as he slices this one going opposite field. That replay brought to you by Peach King SMJ. Of course, Will Clark teamed up with Kevin Mitchell, where Clark in 1989 finished second in the MVP chase to Kevin Mitchell that year. National League champion San Francisco Giants that year. And now the spotlight once again on another outfielder, this time Barry Bonds. Matt Williams at the plate, a chance to drive in the first run for the Giants, trailing 3-0. Base hit right field. Clark takes a wide turn around third. The throw home. They'll cut the throw off as Clark holds up at third. Normally, I would say bring him in, but in this case, with Barry Bonds at the plate and nobody out, probably the right call. Williams hit it to right. Nice job by Singleton to cut it off and then get the throw in time. So Clark holds at third, Williams on first, and the Giants have 2 aboard for Barry Bonds. Folks, Barry Bonds, look at those ratings. My goodness. That's a whole lot of blue. Bonds' first season in San Francisco, he had 2 MVP campaigns with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Comes over to San Francisco, where he leads the National League in home runs, RBI, on-base percentage, slugging, and OPS. A career year for Barry Bonds. Bonds at the plate, 2 on, nobody out. First pitch to Barry, he grounds to second. They're going to get a double play. Now a run will come in as Clark comes from third. But of course, on a double play, you cannot credit the batter with the run batted in. So Bonds grounds into the double play. The Giants do score their first run. Now, Robbie Thompson at the plate with the bases empty. My goodness, that was a big at-bat, and boy, the O's dodged a bullet by getting a double play. Thompson with a fly to left, and that is going to do it. The Giants are off the schneid. They've scored their first run. They're down by 2 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Terry Crowley, your leadoff man, as we begin the bottom of the 4th in a 3-1 ball game. Miss October. Both these teams missing October baseball in their respective seasons. The 100-win Baltimore Orioles of 1980, finishing second to the American League East champion New York Yankees, who won 103 games that year. And the Giants of 1993, despite their best efforts, 103 wins, not enough to win the National League West, as they fell a game short of the Atlanta Braves that year. Both those teams missing out on October. Terry Crowley not missing on that offering as he drills this into right center field. That's going to be extra bases to the wall. Crowley is in at second with a stand-up double. Crowley now on second for Gary Renicky. Trying to add on here on a 2-run lead. Renicky drills that to left. Bonds is underneath it. Runner tagging. There's a throw to third. It's not in time. Crowley, who doesn't have the most speed in the world, folks. In fact, in his major league career, he's got 3 stolen bases. But he caught Bonds, I think, napping a little bit there. Let's take another look. I don't think Barry was expecting him to tag. The throw to third, not in time. Now the O's have Crowley 90 feet away for Doug to Sensei. Sensei, a chance to add on. 2-2 pitch from Swift. Check swing, strike 3. Well, it took a while, but we got a strikeout out of Billy Swift. Our first strikeout of the game, brought to you by Podman 19. Experience the ultimate getaway. Book your trip today to America's finest city, San Diego, with Podman 19. Got him on the curve. 2 down. Now it's Rick Dempsey. Dempsey behind 0-2. Dempsey flies this to center. It's got some carry, but Lewis is underneath it for out number 3. Runner stranded on third as we head to the 5th in Baltimore. All right, here's a look at your Out of the Park Development streaming schedule. And I forgot, was Kevin Mitchell's nickname Hackman? I had forgotten about that. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yes. He's the reason Jeffrey one flap down. Hackman Leonard. Jeff Leonard got traded because Will Clark. I did not know that. You know, I'm an A's fan. I can tell you anything about the A's. I did not know that about Jeffrey Leonard getting traded because of the thrill. All right, what do you say we get back to baseball? All right, at the midway point of the game, we start in the 5th inning. Battle of Miss October. The San Francisco Giants trailing by 2, 3-1. Willie McGee, your leadoff man for the Giants. Willie is DHing. Willie, a former Gold Glove winner. That was during his heyday. Now a little bit beat up, battling through injuries, but still a 300 hitter, even in the later days in his career. Is he getting triples? Is he getting stolen bases? No, not nearly as much, but the kid can still hit the baseball. Hit them where they aim. Willie McGee. McGee works the count full. 3-2 against McGregor. And this will fall for a base hit. Willie McGee. Fourth base knock of the day for the San Francisco Giants. He on first for the platoon specialist himself, Dave Martinez. Runner going. Martinez bunts to the right side. Murray flips over to first. It will advance the runner. McGee to second. Dusty Baker playing a little small ball right now, trying to manufacture a run. Got a runner on second for Royce Clayton. Clayton, we talk about him becoming the starting shortstop once Jose Uribe's contract expired heading into this 1993 season. Royce has got a little bit of flash to him. He'd been known in his high school days in Southern California to do the occasional backflip when taking the field. Did that in homage to the great Ozzie Smith, who Royce actually watched growing up. Got a game at Dodger Stadium, saw Ozzie Smith and the St. Louis Cardinals in town. Royce loved what he saw. He was a third baseman at the time. He decided, nope, I want to play shortstop. And he's been doing it ever since. Royce Clayton with a man on. Royce lifts a fly to right. It'll drop in for a base hit. They'll throw home. They will cut off the throw now as McGee holds at third. So a base hit by Clayton sets the table. Runners on the corners for Kurt Manwaring. Manwaring at the plate. 2 on, 1 out in a 2-run ball game. McGregor from the stretch. Fly ball right field. This should be deep enough to tag. McGee tags and will hold. So McGee holds at third. Not quite deep enough. 2 down. Now it's Darren Lewis back to the top of the order for the Giants. Aaron Lewis. 2 on, 2 out. Lewis grounds to short. Throw to second to get the force out, and that will do it. A golden opportunity squandered by the Giants as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Well, folks, I think it's about that time. What do you say? How about we get a little emote relay going on, an emote race right now? All right, so here's how it works. We're going to tee you up, ready, set, go, and then you're going to give me your favorite emote in chat. The one with the most emotes wins. Will it be the siren? Will it be the wave? Or will it be the black cat? Ready, set, go. All right, it's the emote race of October and Miss October. Who's going to take the early lead? I see some cats out to the early lead. And now Donos is adding some waves and more waves by Nacho Cheese. And there's the siren by Dukeston. And now more cats, back-to-back cats. And it's going to be, yes, the cat, the FKN Commish LB cat has won the emote race. Way to go. Boy, I don't know if that's lucky or unlucky with a black cat, but that is your winner of the emote race here tonight. And yes, I think, Dukeston, we would allow the Outman for the siren in honor of EBC and NYC too. All right, let's get back to playing a little baseball. Bottom of 5, and it's the number 9 hitter, Mark Belanger, to lead things off. Belanger, an 8-time Gold Glove winner, 1969, 1971, and then 73 through 78. Mark Belanger. Now, he's going up against a pretty good defense himself, though. And I want you to specifically to look at the guy over in center field. Darren Lewis, Gold Glove winner, started his career without making a single error. Imagine playing 243 straight games to start your major league career without a home run. That, in June of 1993, set a new major league career. Most consecutive games to start a career in an outfield without an error. But then Lewis wasn't done, folks. Into the month of July, July 16th, 1993, Lewis, on that day in history, played his 267th consecutive game without an error, that breaking a record set by Don Demeter, all-time record for games without an error. Darren Lewis, to this day in 1993, still has yet to commit an error in the outfield. Unbelievable. Mark Belanger, first pitch to him from Swift. He smacks this to left, and it's a one-hopper to Bonds, a base hit. That's how the first hit will go here. First at bat, it's a clean single for Belanger. Now, Belanger in his heyday could swipe a bag or two. His career high came in 1976 with 27 stolen bases. And now, towards the twilight of his career, maybe not so much. And you don't necessarily want to run on Kurt Manwaring either. Manwaring, a Gold Glover at the catcher position in 1993, drew out 45% of base runners trying to steal on him. Second best mark in the National League in 1993. Belanger on first for Al Bunbury. Bunbury grounds to second. Only play will... No, they'll go to second. They turned the double play. Did not see that one coming. Here's a replay. This double play brought to you by Dono 4333. Thompson had to go the other way on that. He was just about 10 feet away from Will Clark at first with the sure out, and he threw to second instead, and that is why Robbie Thompson is a Gold Glove second baseman. And kudos to Royce Clayton at short to turn it. So they get the 4-6-3 double play. And want to welcome in the Raiders coming in from AZ Axel. AZ bringing a raid party of 59 over. Thank you so much. This is the Battle of Miss October. Two teams who both missed the postseason in October baseball. And I think it's only apropos that we go back to the 1980 Baltimore Orioles, who that year won 100 games and missed the postseason. Folks, until this year, that was the last Orioles team to win 100 games. And of course, the O's have done it once again, 43 years later. The Baltimore Orioles back in the postseason after winning 100 games. Meantime, the San Francisco Giants that year actually did them three better. Giants won 1993. They won 103 games that year. They finished second to the Atlanta Braves, who won the NL West. Yes, there's a lot of things wrong with this picture. The Braves playing in the West and winning 104 games to take down the Giants and win the West. So who's going to win? And the last two teams probably ever to win 100 games and not make it to the postseason. We want to call in Butler on the air. Thank you so much for the raid party of 3. Thank you so much for coming in. Rich Dower at the plate. The 1980 Orioles lead the 1993 Giants 3-1. Full count pitch, 3-2. Fly ball, left field. Bonds out and left will make the catch for out number 3. 5 innings in the books in Baltimore, and the 1980 O's still lead it 3-1. Good to see you, Butler, on the air. Thank you so much for hanging out with us and coming in. Monday Night Baseball. We do this every Monday. 4 p.m. Pacific. We're about an hour into this one. We'll go to the top of the hour to 6 p.m. Pacific. Let me get that drop here. Us streamers don't just give drops. We like to take them too. Well, folks, here's Will the Thrill Clark. We talked about him kind of fading a little bit over the last couple of years, fighting some injuries. It wasn't so long ago that Will Clark, though, was a mainstay and an everyday player. In fact, he set a San Francisco record by playing 320 consecutive games from September of 1987 all the way up to August of 1989. Did not miss a single game during that stretch. Then played 154 games the following year in 1990, but has battled some leg injuries in recent years, really sapping his strength. His power numbers have suffered, and his ability to play every day in the lineup has certainly suffered as well. And this is a contract year, a walk year. This might be the last we see of Will Clark. Clark batting from the left side against McGregor. Scott McGregor, 20-game winner. Gets Clark to ground out right back to the box. 1-3 on the scorecard. And there's one down. Boy, Scott McGregor is really held the Giants in check. Despite not getting a single strikeout so far, he's given up just one earned run. Matt Williams at the plate on the 1-1. The Carson Crusher goes the other way, a base hit to right. The Giants have a base runner. Now the table is set for Barry Bonds. Bonds, who was at the plate, grounded into a double play. He's the one responsible for the only run so far for the Giants. He did not get credit for an RBI since it was a double play. Giants had runners on first and third back in the fourth. Bonds, with a golden opportunity, had to settle for a double play. And now, Bonds with one aboard in a two-run game. McGregor on the 2-2. Bonds drills one to center, and this one will be run down by Bunbury. Al Bunbury chases that one down. Williams goes back to first. Now it's Robbie Thompson. Thompson hitless in 2 at-bats. Thompson, fly ball right field, and this one will be caught by Singleton. Side retired. Giants still trailing the O's 3-1. All right, a look over at our title sponsor for tonight. Yeah, that is Cito 00. Cito, thank you so much for coming up with this matchup. I hope you're here enjoying this one. Cito wanted to see the two teams that both won 100 games and missed the postseason and called it Miss October. I could not come up with a better name than that. I love it. Miss October. And folks, if you haven't already done so, if you would like to follow me on my channel, I am an affiliate streamer. You can feel free to do that. Just follow Dr. Dynastic. I'm right here in chat. This is me right here. Click follow. That heart button right there on my name, you can go ahead and do that. You'll give me a follow, and you can watch the continuation of this series. And for that matter, there are many other streamers right now in chat. You can go ahead and do the same. All you got to do is click their name, click that heart button or follow, and then you will know the moment they are on that you can get those pack drops. So we also have Ezra Denny with Out of the Park After Dark for late night streams. We also have Nersha Benko. Nersha tends to stream earlier in the day. And we had the raid come in from AZ Axel. AZ Axel coming in with a little bit of the Backyard Project. BYP. So some fantastic streamers if you'd like to watch and follow. All right. Best rain delay impression of Babe Ruth ever goes to Matt Williams. And yes, as I recall in that, Ezra, and please correct me if I'm wrong, I recall him taking a bunch of, I guess, clothing, something, and he stuffed his jersey with just to give himself some girth and some heft. And then Matt Williams, during a rain delay, mimics him hitting a home run, then runs the bases on the tarp, as I remember, and then splashes, does a long slide headfirst into home plate. That's the way, my mind's eye, how I see it. But Matt Williams, best rain delay impression of Babe Ruth. All right, folks, here we go. Ken Singleton will lead off for the Baltimore Orioles. Ken Singleton to lead off in the bottom of the sixth. Singleton starting his major league career with the New York Mets, drafted number 3 overall. Made his way then over to Montreal, where in 1973, Singleton actually led the league in base on balls. 123 walks, and in fact, that on-base percentage of .425, best in the National League as well. Fast forward a few years, in fact, to just last year, 1979, in Baltimore, another big season for Ken Singleton, .295 average, 35 home runs, 111 RBI, and 109 base on balls. Second in the MVP chase that year, second only to Don Baylor. Baylor wound up winning the American League MVP that year in 1979. Ken Singleton leading things off against Bill Swift in a 3-1 ball game. Full count offering, fly to center. Lewis makes the catch on the run. Singleton retired. And Eddie Murray, he of the 2-run home run in the first inning at the plate with the bases empty. Swift from the windup. First pitch to Murray. Murray gets a hold of that one. Fly ball to right field, but Martinez makes the catch. Yeah, that one might have been held up by the wind. Let's take another look. That sounded good, but the wind is blowing in from right. I think it got caught up in that Maryland wind out there. With the wind kind of knocked it down. Not saying it would have cleared the wall, but that felt like it could have been extra bases. Terry Crowley now at the plate. The DH on a 2-1 offering. Crowley going the other way, and it's caught by Bonds. After 6, the 1980 Baltimore Orioles still on top against the 1993 San Francisco Giants. McGee, Martinez, and Clayton as we begin the 7th. And folks, we do want to remind you that we will have the 7th inning stretch coming up, where we'll invite you to stretch your legs, sing along, and enjoy. You'll in fact see some pictures of your favorite out of the Parkers. And as always, you are invited to go to my Discord and submit your pick. We do have one new addition here today. We want more and more. We want that slideshow to last quite some time. It'll be Willie McGee to lead off for the San Francisco Giants. McGee, who in 1984 hit for the cycle on something called the Game of the Week, the NBC Game of the Week. Long before cable, long before regional sports networks, we were treated to a Game of the Week on broadcast television. And on that day, between the Cards and the Cubs, Willie McGee wound up hitting for the cycle at Wrigley. Scott McGregor trying to keep this at a 2-run The San Francisco Giants 3-1. Gary Renicky will lead things off for the O's in the bottom of the 7th. Renicky up against Billy Swift, who has been superb, but not good enough. He's given up 2 home runs. Just 6 hits allowed through 6 innings, but 2 of those have left the yard. A 2-run bomb by Eddie Murray in the first, and then a solo home run by Dower in the third. Gary Renicky up against Billy Swift and lines out harmlessly to the first baseman, Will Clark. 1 down. It is boiled egg. That mullet by Who Trying to Ball is just absolutely majestic. Wish he would donate some hair to me. Doug DeCinces at the plate. Double D, Doug DeCinces. 2-2 pitch on the way. Check swing, strike 3. There's a strikeout. So DeCinces goes down on strikes. Just the second strikeout of the night for Billy Swift. In fact, between both of these pitchers, a grand total of 3 Ks so far. 2 for Billy Swift, 1 for Scott McGregor. Rick Dempsey on the 0-1. The catcher, little number. Catcher Manwaring comes from behind the dish, throws to first, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down at the end of 7. The 1980 Orioles lead it 3-1. San Francisco Giants starting catcher Kurt Manwaring will lead off for the Giants. We're in the 8th inning. Not a whole lot of offense between these two squads. 0-1 from McGregor. Line drive, it's caught. Renicky makes the diving grab. One more look here. This robbery brought to you by FDA Wah. You thought that was a hit? Wah wah. FDA Wah. Putting the wah wah into wah since 2023. What a grab by Renicky. Back to the top of the Giants order we go, and Darren Lewis. Lewis, your leadoff man for the Giants, still trailing by 2. 2-1 pitch. Fly to center. Bunbury underneath it. He misplayed it. It rolls to the wall. And it will go officially as a double, as Lewis thought that was a routine fly ball out. Another look here. I think Lewis just got caught there. Thought it would easily be caught. He then picked up speed, got to second. Now official ruling will be a base hit. So Lewis, who very easily I think could have had a triple, maybe even more. Lewis on second for Will Clark. Nuschler lines it to second, base hit to right. Clark. Throw home will not be in time. The Giants are within 1. Will Clark, base hit, right side, RBI single, 3-2 game. Look at that hook slide around home plate. Oh boy, we got Laptop Pound in the house. There's another one of our affiliate streamers. Hello, Laptop. Hello, Canada. And hello, baseball. A 3-2 game. Miss October. Both these teams missed October baseball. One of them is going to come out on top here tonight. And folks, these fans in Baltimore are on the edge of their seat right now because Matt Williams is at the plate in a 1-run game with a man on. And certain guy by the name of Barry Lamar Bonds awaits on the on-deck circle. This is a crucial at-bat, and it is imperative that McGregor keep Williams at bay. A 1-2. Fly ball, center field. This has got some carry. It is at the warning track and caught. Clark will not advance from first. Boy, oh boy, Matt Williams gave this a ride. This replay brought to you by Mr. Masu, who was about 6 feet shy of clearing the wall. And now it comes down to Barry Bonds. Bonds 1 for 3 tonight in what has been an MVP season in 1993. Game time run on first. Bonds represents the go-ahead run. 1-1 pitch from McGregor to Bonds. Bonds lifts a fly ball to left, and this one will be caught on the run. Renicky steals away a base hit, and the Giants have to settle for one. Another robbery out in left. Another look at that catch made by Renicky. Might have just saved the game. So the Giants strand a runner, but they score one. And now we're in the bottom of the 8th in a 1-run game. Billy Swift will work up against Mark Belanger. Belanger has 1 hit in 2 at-bats. Belanger, longtime shortstop with the Baltimore Orioles. Gold Glove winner. 8-time Gold Glove winner in the late 60s and through the 70s. Teaming up on the left side of the Baltimore infield with a gentleman by the name of Brooks Robinson. Nothing was getting through the left side of that infield with those two. Belanger at short and Brooks Robinson at third. 2-0 to Belanger. Grounds to short. Nothing getting through the Giants shortstop, Royce Clayton. Belanger is retired. And now it's Al Bunbury. Back to the top of the order we go for the O's. Bunbury, .318 hitter this year. His highest batting average since hitting .337 his rookie season. Of course, Bunbury that year wound up winning Rookie of the Year honors. Bunbury this year in 1980, also an All-Star. Bunbury batting from the left side. 2-2 pitch from Swift. Grounds it up the middle. The second baseman, Robbie Thompson, makes the play. 2 out. And now it's Rich Dower. Dower, who had a solo home run for the O's in the third, giving Baltimore a 3-0 lead. That lead now has been cut down to 1. Dower up against Billy Swift. First pitch swinging, pops this one up on the infield. Shortstop Clayton calls everyone off for out number 3. We head to the 9th in Baltimore in a 3-2 ball game. Folks, it's time for a Beetle-Boy 911 emergency call to the bullpen. The Orioles trying to close this one out. They will go to their closer, Tim Stoddard. Tim Stoddard, 26 saves on the year in 1980 with a 2.51 earned run average. So we can officially close the book on Scott McGregor. What a performance for McGregor. 8 innings, 8 hits, 2 runs, both earned, no walks, and 1 strikeout. Scott McGregor, perhaps in line for the victory, but Tim Stoddard will have to close this one out to get him and the O's the victory. Stoddard will face Thompson, McGee, and Martinez. 5, 6, and 7 in the 1993 Giants lineup. Stoddard will pitch from the windup here at Memorial Stadium. Sellout crowd, a lot of orange in those stands. They are in a feverish pitch. Strike 3 looking. That was nasty. 94-mile-an-hour fastball paints the corner. Take another look on the replay. Brought to you by Spore. Just painted the outside corner. Thompson goes down on strikes. Now it's Willie McGee. McGee DHing here tonight for the Giants. A one-run game. McGee goes the other way. Base hit left field. And the Giants have the game-time run aboard. Okay, things getting a little interesting now. Brings up Dave Martinez, who came over after signing as a free agent with the Giants. Journeyman outfielder starting with the Chicago Cubs in 1986, a platoon player with Montreal, the Expos in the late 1980s and early 90s, one season in Cincinnati, and then now here in San Francisco with the Giants. And this is the non-fast Willie McGee. McGee 10 steals in 19 attempts. You have to go back to the late 80s and mid-80s where Willie McGee not only led the league in triples in 1985 with 18, but also that year on his way to MVP honors wound up stealing 56 bags. Now, in 1993, not quite the same. Though we'll see if they do end up sending the runner here. See what Dusty Baker has up his sleeve. Now, Dave Martinez, not much of a bunter. Is Dusty going to have Dave do something outside of his comfort zone? Or do you push your luck and try to get McGee into scoring position by a stolen base? Stoddard from the stretch. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball. Shortstop. Force at second. They will not turn the double play, but McGee is out on a force out. So Martinez reaches on a fielder's choice, 2 down. And now the Giants will go to the bench. Former Boston Red Sox, Cincinnati Red, Kansas City Royal, and then LA Dodger. And now a San Francisco Giant. Todd Benzinger, pinch hitting. Benzinger giving the Giants a left-handed bat against the right-handed throwing Tim Stoddard. He'll pinch hit for Royce Lewis. Benzinger represents the go-ahead run. Giants have the game-time run on first. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball, second base. Throw to first. That is your ball game. The Baltimore Orioles of 1980, they missed October then. They don't miss here tonight. They take down the San Francisco Giants of 1993, 3-2. All right, folks, let's get you inside Club 42 for your post-game show. It's brought to you by EVC and NYC2. Join EVC every Wednesday for Guest to Set on Twitch, 2 p.m. Pacific on Wednesdays, only on Twitch. All right, final score tonight from Baltimore as the Orioles of 1980 take down the 1993 Giants 3-2. Scott McGregor picks up the victory, 8 innings of 2-run baseball, and Tim Stoddard gets the save. He did give up a base hit, but that was it, as Stoddard gets the save. Billy Swift, tough luck loser in this one. Despite going 8 innings and giving up 3 runs, he is tagged with the loss, as the Giants are frequent flyers on Monday Night Baseball. Again, we do let our viewers on my channel decide who is going to be the game of the night for Monday Night Baseball on this channel. And Cito decided, this is what Cito said, I want to see the last 2 teams that won 100 games and didn't make the postseason. I want to see them go head to head. Well, we got it, and the Giants of 1993 lose this one 3-2. All right, let's take a look at the final stats for the Orioles. Only 6 hits for the O's lineup, but they were timely hits. Eddie Murray, 2-run home run. Switch hitting Eddie Murray with a 2-run homer. That came in the first. And then Rich Dower had a solo home run for the O's in the third. That was enough. Barely enough in the victory. Giants had 3 hitters get 2 hits apiece. They had 9 hits. The Giants actually out-hit the O's 9-6. But timely hitting, they did not have. Willie McGee, 2 for 4. Matt Williams, 2 for 4. Neither of those batters scored or drove in runs. Will Clark did. He had a run, scored, and an RBI. Will Clark, 2 for 4, had a double. Will Clark in a loss. The Giants are taken down by the 1980 Orioles, 3-2. Quick programming note for you folks. If you'd like to see the continuation of this series, you can do so. We'll be having that stream tomorrow at noon Pacific. Tomorrow at noon Pacific. You can catch us after Laptop Pound, after Laptop Pound's amazing streams on Tuesday mornings. You can catch us afterwards, and want to say a happy Canadian Thanksgiving to all those who observe. All those who observe, happy Canadian Thanksgiving. My boss is actually Canadian, and we asked, what's Canadian Thanksgiving like? Said, well, just like American Thanksgiving, same thing. Or somebody made a remark about, well, do you guys put pineapple on your turkey? Maybe put Canadian bacon in? No, they don't do that. First of all, the pineapple is the Hawaiian thing. So they missed the joke. They missed the joke. And you shouldn't joke about Thanksgiving. Should be thankful on Thanksgiving. Come on, seriously. All right. So that is that. All right, guys, let's get back into the schedule on what's going on. And yes, let's go ahead and take you to the screen here, because this series will continue tomorrow. And don't worry, our stream is not over. We'll take you to the top of the hour. We always do that. We'll give you 2 solid hours of those pack drops on Mondays. And so there it is. It looks like it's going to be John Burkett, Mr. Changeup himself. John Burkett with a devastating changeup. His fastball not much faster, but a fantastic control pitcher. He'll be the Game 2 starter for the San Francisco Giants. And Mike Flanagan, who did not have his best year in 1980, will get the Game 2 start. He was fantastic in 79 on the way to the World Series. Barely above 500 on the wins and losses in 1980. And in fact, his ERA was a full run higher in 1980, but he'll get the start ahead of Jim Palmer and ahead of Steve Stone. And that's the interesting part to me, because Jim Palmer, look at this deep rotation for the Orioles. Jim Palmer, former 20-game winner. Wins were down a little bit in 1980. And then you have an all-star, Steve Stone. Steve Stone won 25 games and wound up being the all-star pitcher. The O's had 2 all-star representatives that year. Steve Stone was one of them. Steve Stone's not even going to see the rotation, which means that you might see him coming out of the bullpen for Earl Weaver. So we'll see how that goes. We'll go ahead and stream that tomorrow, Game 2 and 3 if necessary tomorrow at noon Pacific. All right, let's get to it. Let's play a little out of the park. And, we're getting the drops. And, okay, we got our double diamonds today. Okay, well, we're going to have some fun opening some packs, I think. We're going to have some fun. Dr. D's packs are back. We opened all of our packs on Friday. We had nothing, and we liked it. And so now we've got packs once again. So that's nice. That's nice. We'll be able to open those. Let's take a look at what I promised you guys, what I said we're going to do today. We can stick to it. All right. Miss October, we did that. PT Live. Let's go ahead and do that. All right. Let's go ahead and dive into the Perfect Team Live. Who's with me on this? And again, we'll take you to the top of the hour, which means we've got about 25 minutes left. Laptop Pound, if you're here, are you going to be streaming some awesome hockey content here tonight? And if so, we'd love to raid on into you. My promise is this always, that if we're able to, as long as nobody else is streaming and doing pack drops, we'll go ahead and do that. And I have not seen many streamers on Monday night, so I think the floor is going to be laptop pounds. Okay, those diamonds are really calling my name. Really calling my name. I can't wait to open those. But let's go ahead and start with PT Live. All right, let's take a look at the leaderboard. I think there was a friend in chat who said they had actually won with a high score. Let's go. Now, this doc is not me. That's not me. 367, a very good day at the office. Not for me. I had about half that. Dr. D, not so good. I think that was this the Clayton Kershaw. I really got bit in the butt on that one. I bought a Kershaw card to start. See, that was 10-8. Was that yesterday that Kershaw got lit up? Or was that the day before? Anyways, he retired one batter, gave up 6 runs. He got negative points. I had yet to see negative points for a starting pitcher for me. He gave me negative 11 points. That was not good. Let's take a look at that. So that was not yesterday. That was the day before. So let's see what worked and what didn't. Tavares, that was fantastic. Oh man, I started Heim over Garver. Garver would have been awesome. Let's see. RDT, do you have to give packs back to OOTP? Oh, you mean because he was so bad? Because Clayton Kershaw was so bad, give the packs back? So, I mean, I probably should, but I think I paid for it because I got the Kershaw. I didn't have a live Kershaw. I thought, hey, this will be great. I spent 4,000 perfect points on Kershaw for the rental start. And then like a doofus, I held on to him and thinking, well, I'll use him. Maybe he'll rebound his next start. But what I didn't realize is, on the Monday update, yeah, Kershaw went from diamond, 4,000 perfect point value, to gold, 1,000 perfect point. So I paid 3,000 perfect points for negative 11 points. Do not try this at home. But we're going to redeem ourselves. Let's go ahead and set our lineups. So let's see. Let's start with, what do we got here? This is going to be for tomorrow. We want to start with the projected starters, first of all. I love me my Sonny Gray. We're going to take everybody out. Everybody's out. Everybody's out of here. And we'll start with Sonny Gray. Now, do I go with Evaldi or Christian Javier? Guys, I'll leave it up to you. Do we go Evaldi or Christian Javier? Oh, laptop. Thank you so much. So PTCS, I was in silver. And the guru himself, who he was very apologetic. Warbot was. He apologized, said, look, you had a team to win. Just got unlucky getting him. I faced him in round 3 or round 4 and wound up losing in 6. I'm like, wow, you should not be apologizing because he helped me make that roster what it was. And I think it would have been unfair for him to help me and then that assistance be repaid by me beating him. I'm thankful that I didn't beat him. I got unlucky by having to face him, but I got lucky by at least not beating him. That would have been awful. I don't think so, laptop. I think that I'd have to check, but I think that I had to finish in the top 32. So I think I missed it by 1 round. I don't think I got a single card out of it, unfortunately. How did your teams do? I didn't get a C. How did you do in PTCS? All right, who do we go here? Evaldi or Christian Javier? It's going to be difficult. I just first of all want to confirm that is the matchups. We'll go ahead and go with MLB scores. Dukeston's going with Javi. See what our Tuesday scheduled starters are. Javier, Evaldi. Now, Gray to me is a must start. He has been on fire. He's been so good. Final 16, hit the wall. Yeah, it is. You're facing just good teams, really good teams. And then you start facing, I'm guessing at that point, squads that might, their advantage may be that they have the limited edition cards that you don't. I don't know, but still the luck of the draw, obviously. Boy, oh boy. Round of 16, nothing to hang your head about, though. Congratulations. Christian Javier. All right, 6 scoreless innings, his last start. He's been good. I don't think Evaldi has been good at all. Well, he did go 6 2/3. That's right. He rebounded. He pitched very nicely in Tampa. Boy. I think I'm going to go Evaldi on this one. Honestly, just because all things being equal, I'm not an Astro fan. I'm not allowed. If you're in the Pacific Northwest, you cannot like the Astros. You're just not allowed. Reliever closers. This is where it gets really interesting. Do we have any silvers that would work? I don't think so. Boy, oh boy. Have a good stream. Got to finish prepping. Rich coming. Oh, Rich is coming on. Let's go. Is Rich going to talk a little hockey on your show? Let's go. That would be fun. We'll see you over there, Laptop Pound. We'll see you over there. Thanks for stopping by. I am looking at, let's see. Start with Brian Abreu. Is he even suitable? Might go with him. Is Abreu seriously closing now? Because he picked up a save against the Diamondbacks. Dean Kramer starting for Baltimore, not listed. I don't know if I have the Kramer card. Do. Well, he is a bronze, which won't matter too much because we're already starting a silver. Just look at Brian Kramer just in case. Good his last time out. Yeah. I'm going to stick with Valdi, but that's a good call. Not listed, but he's there. All right, let's get our closers in line here. And oof. Yeah, let's go. Thank you. That's what I needed was to know. I want to confirm that. I'll take a silver. And then it's a coin flip on the other. Chapman or Leclerc. Leclerc has not been great. And Chapman. I don't like either of these. Yay. Well, maybe we should just get ourselves a Duran. Oof. Do I dare? Do I dare? That's a lot of cheddar for not too much. Not a smart play. But tell you what, let's go ahead and do it. I want to confirm that he hasn't been. So he got down to 90. We'll go ahead and take him. I'm just going to take him. Sometimes you just got to make some moves, and we'll do that. So we're going to use Johan Duran. We'll see what happens with him. All right, now let's get to our catchers. Mitch Garver had the granny. Do we go with Mitch again? Let's go ahead and see what happens. All right, next up, first base. Ryan Mountcastle. Or Jose Abreu. We'll go with Ryan here. We'll go with Mountcastle. If I have to go back, we will. All right, let's go second base. Julian. Not getting tons of at-bats, but we may not have a choice. We'll go ahead and do that. All right, third base. Royce Lewis, always. Shortstop. Maybe. Ezekiel Duran. Whoa, has he not played since the regular season? That can't be right. Do I still not have Seager? Oof. He's at perfect. Yeah. Well, that's why my team's not winning. We'll go throw a Jeremy Pena in there. Thank you. All right, left. At least we've got Alvarez. I'm happy about that. He just went up to perfect. Center field. I think Leote just gave me some major points. Yeah, we'll go with Leote. And we'll go in right. Garcia going up to diamond for us. Okay. What about Santander? Let's see. We're at 4 diamonds already and 1 perfect. 0 for 5. About our guy Adolis Garcia. Yeah, we'll go with Garcia. Oof, we are now maxed out though on diamonds. We can't do any more diamonds. Change that. Max Kepler. Yeah, we can go with Kepler. We can live with that. We'll see what happens. Okay, DH, we can go with anybody, but they can't be gold. Let's see what we got 4 diamonds. Or the max on diamonds because we only had, that means we got 4 more spots or 2 more spots for gold. Don't even look at diamonds. Cedric Mullins. Oof, man, his struggles just continue. Never mind. Get him out. Willie Castro. We could go with that. We don't have a whole lot of options here. About Young, actually. Yeah, we could go definitely Josh Young. All right, Josh Young would be a great one for us. And it leaves, get one more in here. Yeah, we can get one more. I don't know why, but I got a feeling about Jose Abreu. I got to throw Jose Abreu in there for a final spot, and that'll do it. Okay, not great. Not great. Such is life when you don't have Corey Seager. But we'll go ahead and do that. All right, let's go ahead and now open some packs. We've got 6 minutes left. Let's go ahead and open some packs. Here we go. We will be doing a little call your shot here. So if you'd like a chance at some extra points, we'll be doing that. There will be no forms for it, but we'll be doing it anyway. All right. There we go. Standard packs. Al Daniels. You. Well, not the best start here. Do I need to do the cheat code here? We'll take pack luck if you can get it in here. Nothing so far. Oof. Yeah. Boy, oh boy. I am on quite the losing streak. There's a gold. All right. Let's see what this is. Trevor Story. We don't have the Trevor story, so we'll hold on to that for now. All right. Another gold and a silver pack. A fantastic card to have these days for your PT Live. I'm not going to disagree with you. That's certainly been my experience, Kirby. A lot of silvers, obviously, because we're in the silver pack. Okay, we're getting close to the diamonds here. We'll do a call your shot on the diamonds. We'll do one probably diamond, one diamond pack, or until I get a diamond, I should say. Bobby Bo, part of the Chipper Jones. A lot of sell orders on Bobby and not a whole lot of buy. Anybody needs this for your Gary Lavelle. There you go. Oof. All right, diamond. All right, folks, in chat, if you like your chance at, let's see, what is it? 10 packs. 10 packs. If you get it right, 10 packs to you. 10 standard packs. So you just got to guess successfully in chat what this diamond card will be. Live Soto, the first guess. Logan Webb did get up to diamond. Soto barely stayed. He's a 99. Those will be good guesses. Zach Wheeler for Kirby. Any other guesses here? Kyle Tucker. Why? By the way, I need to show off the Run CMC shirt. Run CMC for my 49ers. Munoz, Adley Rutschman. That'll be just fine, Dukeston. Again, we're going to guess who this diamond is. Final 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. There's a Chaz McCormick. And that'll do, Donkey. That will do. All right, let's see what the diamond is. Luis Roberts. Who still, I think I still have a Luis Robert. Yep, I do. Phil Massey. We'll go ahead and sell this card here. That'll do it. All right, so 6 o'clock sharp. And let's just end with a little Homer hindsight. We will do that. We'll end with a little Homer hindsight and we'll go out with a banger. That's what we'll do. So let's go ahead and do that for the 353 of you watching right now. There it is. Your Homer hindsight. Play along with me, folks. And we'll play until we're wrong. So our first Homer hindsight here is Freddie Freeman at Bob, the Bank One Ballpark, also known as Chase Field these days, up against Frias in the 9th inning in a 12-7 game. There's an update from Jason, says Braves just took the lead. 15, that Dukes didn't talk about, is that how many doubles Freddie had? And I think you're implying that might be a double. And the other thing is, look at him going. Look at the little kick there. It looks like he's ready to run. Looks like he is ready to run. It feels like a double to me. Feels like a... We'll see. All right, I'm with you. I say not a home run.
Ooh, Freddie Freeman is demoralizing.
This looks like this is going off the wall. Yep. There you go. Good call there, Dukeston. All right, next up, we got Brandon Drury against Topa in the 8th inning at the Big A. Little flex there. He likes the way it looks. Nacho says that one's gone. Cage says didn't get all of it. Dukeston says pitcher looks dejected. I don't think so. I think that's a non-home run. He looks a little nonchalant about this. I think it's a fly ball. I don't think it's out. I might be in the minority here. He's looking up. He is looking very high. I don't think so. No home run.
There's a fly ball from Drury. Pretty well struck. Right center field.
Yep.
Rodriguez at the wall. Makes the catch.
All right. 2 in a row. McMahon. Oh, boy. This is in Coors in a 14-7 slugfest. Oppo. Look at this guy right here. Has his attention. Any other ballpark, I'm not so sure. Or whoever this person is right here in the background, this poor person is missing the entire thing here. They're not even seeing it. Well, this looks like a Coors special. 91 miles an hour. Pretty much right in the sweet spot. This is hard. This is hard. I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. Jason says homer. Blue Tester says gone. Anywhere else, I say no, but it still doesn't feel like a dong, man. Look, these guys aren't even looking up. Look at it. This lady kind of making her way through. And the crack of the bat is not that big. I don't. And you got this guy here. You got like looks like this guy with the suspenders and the hat on. He doesn't look too impressed. Coors does play short down the line. All right. I'll go with it.
Great energy every day. This ball's lifted to deep left by McMahon.
Be gone. All right. You guys are right. Dukeston's comment too. 14-7 at Coors. Ball is flying that day. I agree. All right. Here's Shea Langoliers. The guy the A's got when they traded Sean Murphy. This is at the Coliseum. The ball does not carry there. It's pretty big ballpark. Is that my high school classmate Marcus? This dude just looks like a guy I went to high school with in the Bay Area. Look at this guy right here. Look at this guy behind my buddy Marcus. He's like, oh. This guy's putting down his phone. Even look at this guy's attention. He's like, I'll have 2 overpriced hot dogs. And what was that? I'm not sure. 84 in on the hands, and he's sat on that thing. It's like a hanging curve. I don't think it's gone. I don't think this is gone. But this guy's snapback here has me thinking like, what's going on here? I'm going to say not. I wish it was, but I don't think it is.
He just got under that one and
got underneath it. I wish it was, but it was not. All right. More Oppo madness. This is this Ryan Mountcastle? This is the O's and the alternate jerseys at Balmer, at Camden against the Rockies. Boy, this pitcher Freeland has a lot of stuff going on. A lot. 91. That thing looks tagged. I don't see much reaction here from the fans. I don't see much here. It doesn't feel like a homer. I don't think so. I'm going to go no.
High fly into right from Mountcastle. Blackman started in. Blackman drifts back, still going back.
Oh, are you kidding me? top of the wall and they call it a homer. Oh my gosh. All right. 4 in a row. 4 in a row. That's pretty good. It's a good run, guys. All right, let's go ahead. And boy, we got a lot of diamond packs to open. That is another story for another day. All right, take a look at your At the Park development stream schedule. TBS, that Brave stream tomorrow. Will it be good news or bad news on the TBS stream tomorrow with TJ, that sports gamer? We will find out tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Okay. I thought Laptop Pounder was going to be streaming. Up here. Laptop Pound not doing the stream today? Lap, I don't see it, buddy. See Laptop on. Let me just one more time look. Yeah, he's not streaming. I do not see Laptop Pound on, unfortunately. So let's fire up our schedule, see what's going on. Let me just check real quick. Maybe I got a message here. I just want to stream in right into somebody who's streaming out of the park. But I don't see. It does look. Boy, is my Twitch been weird? All right. I just want to find somebody to raid you guys into. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. There's somebody here. How about we make somebody's day? I'm sorry, I just don't see Laptop Pound streaming. So let me just make sure I haven't received any messages or anything. So we'll go ahead and look. This dude's playing Out of the Park baseball in front of a crowd of 1. Let's do it. Let's go ahead and give this guy a raid. Let's go do it. And we'll go ahead and raid into him. Need to listen in here. Make sure he's not wearing.
Another Guardians pitcher in this game. It's Len Auden, formerly of the Salvation Brothers. He'll pitch to Albert Pentania to start the 8th.
All right, seems like a good dude. So we'll go right into him. Last call, Laptop Pound. Last call, Laptop Pound. You cannot raid into somebody who's not streaming. All right, so we'll go ahead and do it. Pay it forward, right? Let's do it. I'm going to go ahead and raid into Loki Sapfoot. Not drops, not drops. Keep that in mind. It's a non-drop stream. Giobon, my pleasure. It is always my pleasure to be here with you guys on this fine Monday night. I hope you guys got enough drops to get some good cards out there. We do appreciate you hanging out with me. Our next stream will be tomorrow. For my stream, we'll continue that Miss October matchup between the 1980 Baltimore Orioles and the 1993 San Francisco Giants. That stream is tomorrow at noon Pacific. Noon Pacific. That'll be tomorrow. So that's a wrap here today, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I always appreciate it. And on behalf of all the Out of the Park Developments team as well, we appreciate each and every one of you. Good luck with all those pack rips this week. Good luck in real life as well. You guys have a good one, and we'll see you tomorrow on my stream and TBS stream, the Out of the Park Developments official channel, tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific. All right, take care.